where Australia has delivered brand new additions to the national display cabinet, coming in shades of gold, silver and bronze.
As the sun rises on day 9 of the Paris Olympics, it's time to take stock of where we are. That's right, Bon Jovi. We've reached the halfway point, as Australia sits comfortably in 4th place on the medal board, tied with France for the gold tally and romping it in for the most number of women's medals. But the men are holding their own. Australia scored its first gold in the men's doubles since '96, a fairy tale ending for Matt Ebden and John Peers after Ebden selected close mate Peers over higher ranked players, telling him,
"We've both been a bit speechless, still trying to soak it in, sink in, but I don't really know what we've done, but I know it's good."
Gray Morris claimed 2nd spot in the windsurfing final, and Ariane Titmus took out the silver against US powerhouse Katie Ledecky in the women's 800-metre freestyle.
You know, she's buggered. She said, it's mind, you know, mental strength. I'm forgetting how tired I am. I'm just going to give it a red hot go and see if I can swim the best 800 I ever have. And I think she did that.
Then there were some absolute nail-biters. Kaylee McEwen picking up bronze in the individual medley after an opponent was disqualified, and a split decision guaranteeing boxer Charlie Senior either a silver or bronze. The announcement causing him to levitate with joy. Might have been a backflip, hard to tell. But the weekend's most emotional victory came from Saya Sakakibara, 4 years after her brother's life-changing brain injury at the World Cup, 3 years after her crash in Tokyo, days after a positive COVID test. Saya became the first Aussie BMX rider to take home the gold.
This means so much. My family is here. Everything that I've been through in the last 3 years, that was what got me going.
The week ahead promises more fierce battles, with the Sharks' 9-8 victory against Hungary making them the first Aussie men's water polo team to reach the quarterfinals since 2012. So, can they maintain the pressure and push our gold tally up even higher?
Well, living on much more than a prayer in Paris is Water Polo Australia CEO Tim Welsford. Tim, just give us an idea of how big this is getting for us. Going into the Games, where did Australia sit on the international rankings?
In February at the World Champs, we finished 11th. So coming into this tournament, 11th in the world was our current world ranking. So we're just delighted that, you know, we've had a great run. The Sharks have been fantastic, and, you know, we've been able to set ourselves up with some terrific wins against great water polo nations.
But so they've taken out France, Serbia, Hungary. All of these are top 10 teams. Does that sort of mean that we're giant killers at the moment?
Yeah, there's an element of that, absolutely. Serbia and Hungary, you know, they've won 5 of the last 6 gold medals in Olympic Games tournaments. So, you know, they really are, you know, superpowers of the water polo sphere. So for us to beat them, you know, our guys are just playing magnificent water polo at the moment.
What's the secret? Have they had extra Weet-Bix or something? Is there something special going on over there in Paris?
Oh, great support from back home. I mean, we're hearing it loud and clear over here, which has been absolutely fantastic. But look, I think Tim, our coach, has just been fantastic in prioritising defence. The guys' defensive efforts have been fantastic, and as long as we continue those, we should be in good stead for the back half of the tournament.
They're putting chum in the water, Ray. It's getting the Sharks all crazy. Water polo, it's got a really tough rep for what goes on under the surface. How rough does it get for the fellas?
Yeah, look, it's a solid sport. There's no doubt about that. The underwater cameras, I think, have brought a really great element so that the spectators can see what happens. But yeah, look, it's physical, particularly at the highest level. That doesn't happen at the participation level, but certainly at the Olympic Games, yeah, it's hard and fast.
What's the worst thing you've seen? Well, the hardest thing you've seen so far this Games? We don't have the rights, so we can't show any of it. You'll have to tell us.
Oh, look, one of our guys, Lockie Edwards, got a red card earlier. You know, there was a clash of heads. Yeah, look, it's physical. It's that's part of the game, and that's why particularly a lot of our Aussie Sharks play, because of that physicality. So, yeah, they're doing a great job, and we're matching it with some of the big guys from the other countries as well.
So, Tim, what is it going to take for us to win this thing? Because I've got a bit of experience. I was part of a state championship-winning high school water polo team. Now, incidentally, I was dropped about 6 weeks before the grand final, but I got to still go. They elected me the water boy for the water polo team. I'm saying if you need my services, I could go over to Paris, you know, happy to be involved, give a speech, you know, rile up the team, be a mascot or whatnot.
He's a great vibe guy.
I'm all vibe, and also all cramp. A lot of cramps.
No, it all helps. Yes, please. We'll have all of that. Oh, look, in terms of what comes next, it's the tournament-based play is an interesting format. So we know that it gets tougher and tougher as you go along. So it literally is one game at a time. But we know we're playing good polo at the moment.
You need to get the Jaws theme going, you know? Enough of this Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yep.
I want him dancing Baby Shark. Tim Welsford, thanks very much.
Great to be with you guys.